Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Nora Seroussi Show. Yes, we are a few minutes late today, but that's because I was waiting for my lovely guests and I didn't want to start talking by myself. I'd like to say hi to Adina Buzatu.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Nora. I'm very elegant tonight because afterwards I'm going to the Cosmopolitan 20 years anniversary. So I had to decide whether to dress for you and then change fast. But then I said, why not? Why not wear a dress, an evening gown at your show? At the end of the story, you are an elegant woman. So yeah, I have to be elegant too when I come.
Well, you look dynamite.
Thank you.
I was getting a little worried that you weren't going to come, and I thought, oh, Lord, how am I going to do this? So I said to them, I'm going to do the interview like I'm talking to Adina, and I'll answer the questions. And they're like, what? I said, I have to do something until she shows up.
No, of course I was going to come.
No.
Although, as you know, now we can talk to our friends. I have a huge backache. It never happened before. Yeah, it's because a bit of heavy training, and I did something wrong. I don't know what. But anyway, I'm fine.
I told you come earlier and somebody will give you a massage. Now, I want to tell you, I found a picture which I put up here. You'll see later.
Yes.
And I sent it to you a while back. That picture is from 2005. Do you know where it's from?
Your wedding?
No, my bistro.
Ah, okay.
There's a picture with you. You're blonde and I'm brunette.
Okay, oh my God.
And with Zina, Mama Zina.
Okay.
And this is it. This is the picture. And I was like, oh my God, that was such a long time ago.
I will tell you something very funny about this.
What?
At the same night, there was the premiere of Moartea Domnului Lăzărescu. There was a movie.
Yeah.
And I was coming to your party. And I said to the PR, to your PR, I said, oh, I'm a bit late. I will be a bit late because there is the Moartea Domnului Lăzărescu. And this means the death of Mr. Lăzărescu. So your PR was like, oh, I'm so sorry, that's so bad. And I was like, no, it's a movie. Because she didn't know it was a movie, just, you know, going to, yeah, it was funny.
So I found this and I said, I didn't know what pictures you're sending over, but I sent over one because I found it and I said, my God,
nice.
this is, it.
God.
That's how long ago.
So
I've been here since.
And Zina, I miss her.
I know, it really brings back memories with Mike and Valentina.
Yes.
And Christina.
Yeah.
And then I was trying to remember, when did we meet and how did we meet? I couldn't remember. I thought maybe you...
I think we met through your father.
Oh, was it?
Yes, because I don't know, I've been knowing your father for like long time. I don't remember when I first met him, but I know you've been to my show in Casa Vernescu in 2009. When I had, of course, your father was a guest and you were a guest, and Doamna Zina and her husband. And on the stage we had Mircea Albulescu, the great Romanian actor, and Lucian Bute, the world champion in box. Maybe you remember that show. It was in 2009. And I remember your father was so elegant there. I loved it. I was so happy that you showed up. Yes.
He loved you so much. You know
I loved him too.
You guys had a connection.
Yeah, and he was so funny. So lovely jokes. You know, you wouldn't expect from a person like him, you know, so elegant. And then he comes with a funny joke, you know, with a nice joke.
Adina, he had a terrific sense of humor.
Yes.
And the people who know him well, I mean, they remember that.
Yeah. Sure.
It was a joy to be around.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's, I think, what I miss.
And I learned a lot from him. Mm-hmm. Just, you know, the way he was dressing, the way he was talking, he was elegant in anything, even the way he was smoking. I will tell you something that you don't know.
Oh, okay.
You know that I started smoking silk cut, because it's not a cigarette that they sell here, but he was smoking silk cut, I know that. Mm-hmm. And I started smoking silk cut because I liked the way he was smoking.
Really?
So I was not smoking before. This is not a good thing.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. But you know, he was so elegant the way he was smoking.
No,
so
we don't want to encourage
20
people.
years
That's
old.
terrible. I feel so
terrible. You shouldn't do that.
My father would be very upset to know that he's...
I know, but it happened. I had to tell you.
All right, because it's not good for the skin, and it's
It's
not good for the lungs, and it's not good for it can kill you.
But I quit in the meanwhile. I'm just
girl.
a social smoker, like 2-3 cigarettes a day. Sometimes when I meet my friends.
Okay, that's otherwise.
And if I don't meet my
I'm into
friends,
trouble somewhere.
Yes.
So, I named this this episode "Fashion Fiction."
Yes.
Why did I name that? Because people have so many misconceptions about how you should wear, what you should wear, and how to dress. Now, you are a trendsetter. I think I can say that.
Thank you.
And I think if we are going to talk about trends, we should talk to someone who can inform us, maybe steer us in the right direction. I'm going to tell you what happened recently. So we were traveling on my reality show. I haven't had a chance to catch up on a few things with you. And one of the girls was wearing a very nice red dress, and she had like very nude makeup and everything. So I said to her, maybe you want to put some red? She goes, no. I said, why not? She goes, I was told you don't put red. And I said, you know, that's how funny it is. I was taught that because you wear red, you need color, because something has to pop on the face after.
Otherwise, you can be too pale. The face can vanish,
I said,
can
who
disappear.
told you that you can't? She says, no, I was told. I said, so I was curious, and this is one of my questions tonight that I had in my mind. If you have a red dress, do you wear a red lipstick or no?
I would wear a dark red lipstick, not the same color of the dress necessarily, because sometimes might be too much, but a very dark. Or I would make makeup of my eyes very strong, very visible, and then the lips could be lighter.
Yeah.
So I think it's very important when you wear a vivid colored dress, not only red, any color. Tonight, this blue, it's an electric blue. You have to wear something, otherwise you would look pale and your face would just vanish, would disappear.
Yeah, we call that washed out, and that's
yes.
And you see that. I see that quite often.
Yeah.
And then I say something.
It's the same thing with blondes. They say that when you go blonde, you know you don't have to make a lot of makeup. It will not look nice. It's not true, because if you don't make a good makeup, it's the same thing. You are going to be too pale with blonde hair and no makeup, or very light makeup, nude makeup.
Well, you've got the eyes, and when you have the eyes like that, you have to emphasize them.
Yeah.
And I have a friend, Anka, that's got beautiful eyes, and I'm like, no, you have to put some dark. And she's like, I don't want to do that. I said, put something. I said, if I had your eyes, I'd be wearing like this, the cat eye. I still haven't learned how to do that. Now let's talk about dressing men.
Yes.
Okay? We're in the same business, for those of you who, in case, don't know.
Yeah.
She does Trends, okay, which is a male line of clothing.
And
I would probably say younger, trendy, although Seroussi has some slim cut. The newer lines are much more trendy. We were much more classic before.
Yeah.
And I want to get some of what you can give to the other people.
Just for you to know, I represent exclusively for Romania around 50 brands. I say around because every season, some of them are changing. Maybe I don't like the collection of one of the brands, so I don't take it this season. The other season I do take it, or maybe I have new. For instance, this season I have three new brands. On the top of what I used to have, but main brands of ours are over 25, 26 from all over the world. I have Danish, British, French, Swedish, I don't know, a lot of brands. Spanish, nice shoes, of course, Spanish, Maniani.
So what your typical clientele is roughly what?
I don't have a typical like you can say this is the Trends by Adina Buzatu kind of customer, because I dress youngsters. Like now there are the celebrations when they begin the high school, so all of them come and dress cool and fancy. But I also have customers that they're in the business, and they are probably from 30 to 65, 70 years old. Or I have customers that, they always dress casual. So I have many casual lines, probably 7 or 8 of casual lines, which is really cool. So I don't really have a typical customer. I address to many of them, even as an age. I can't say between this age or the other age, because we have quite a wide selection, a wide range, a wide selection of items.
We
so
miss you in the mall, because I used to see you all the time.
Yes. You have to visit me in Banasa. I'm waiting for you.
I will. I'm going to tell you a funny story you may not be aware of. So today was Christy Pascu's birthday.
Yes.
And I saw a picture of you and him.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if you know that Christy Pascu came with us in June to London.
To London, I know that. I saw also the pictures and everything.
No,
so.
but I got a little upset with him. I don't know if Christy told you this.
No.
I'm going to tell you now.
Okay.
So Christy puts a picture on the internet wearing Adina's suit. So I called Christy. I said, Christy, how are we doing? He goes, fine. He goes, I said, what are you wearing? He's like, what do you mean? Oh, my God. I said, now, listen. We're going on this trip, and I'm bringing you to do the things. He goes, yes, but I have an agreement with Adina. I said, lucky for you, Adina's a friend of mine. I'm not going to make a fuss. But otherwise, I could really say something. So I said, are you going to mention this to Adina? He goes, no. I said, one day I will. So this is the day. So he actually was wearing your suit at my event, and I was like, interesting. I said, okay, that's...
But it was a nice suit, so you couldn't...
No, it looked very nice. Listen, I was so nervous. I wasn't so worried about the men. I was more worried about the girls. Because they kept sending me pictures and pictures of, should I wear this? And they're really so strict there about, you know, how you can,
but
what you can.
But I know that it was a success.
The whole thing was terrific.
I know that.
It was terrific.
So everything is fine when it ends up fine, right?
Yes. Did Christy tell you anything about it?
He said to me that it was wonderful. He said to me that you took all of them, you organized everything. He told me all about it.
You know, he did the show here. And we showed pictures. Like
nice.
2 weeks after the event.
Nice.
It was super.
I will come with you next time.
I'm never going through that again.
It was much of a headache, right?
Listen, you know, the whole thing, because it wasn't planned with everybody, and in 10 days, I don't even know how we did it. I look back, and you know, it looks very polished, and which it was. I will not let them go out not looking polished. But it was so chaotic, and it was, you know, I prefer to do things in advance, a bit more organized. None of this was like that. But it worked very well, so yeah, I was very happy. Now,
so see you next year there. I'm sure about that. I have a feeling.
You're working on me. Yeah. I have to find a way to figure it. No. Next year, I actually even said to my son, you're not coming. He goes, what? I said it was so much chaos. I hardly saw my friends. I hardly got a chance to do anything. And this is the 1 week that I look forward to. Everybody who knows me knows that. So next year is still months and months away. I have time. Now, the other thing I noticed is the picture of Sarah. So I have to tell you, I know Sarah since she was about this high?
Yeah,
maybe?
I think so.
I mean, before Joseph was born.
Oh, much.
So when I saw the latest picture of Sarah, I had a heart attack. She's a
22.
young lady. What
She's
do I do?
22.
Like, I still see her like this. And you know what, Joseph, I think, well, not with your heels, but he's as tall as I am.
Yes.
Did you know that?
Yes, I know from you.
He comes every day and he stands next to me and he looks at me like, I'm going, not yet, because we're checking by the shoulders. And I said, you know something? I don't know what I'm going to do when you're going to be like this. I'm going to look at you, because I still think you're how tall is Sarah?
175.
Well, I don't know what that is compared to, like, saying you look
2
at her.
centimeters taller than I am.
Oh, she's taller than you.
Yes, 2 centimeters taller. Yeah,
okay.
But when I wear my heels, and she doesn't like to wear heels, she does, but not like very rare. So yeah, I like it. I'm taller.
Okay, I can't wear heels anymore. And God bless you. Have you seen? Take a picture of these shoes. They're amazing.
And with my backache, right?
And with your backache.
It's not an usual day.
No, but God
it's
bless
a backache day.
I used to be able to wear. First, I never wore that high. I used to be able to wear heels. I can't do it anymore. I'd like to. And with a backache, you are Wonder Woman, because I really couldn't do that.
That's why it took me so long to come here.
I liked, okay.
I had to fit in my shoes.
I was waiting for this. I said, somewhere I'm going to. I was trying to figure out what you were doing. So I said, if she comes in and she's not dressed and she doesn't have makeup, I'm literally going to cry, and then we're going to get you.
I'm a professional. I'm always coming perfect to every show. I have, you know, Christy and his team, Christy Pascu and his team, they're doing my hair always. My makeup, I have the same person. She's been making my makeup for like, I don't know, 15 years or something, every day of my life.
Oh, okay.
It's like, you know, some couples, they don't see each other so often as much as they see my makeup artist.
So you have a very good friendship with her. But
yes, of course.
You told me you're coming with your makeup artist. I thought, when is she going to come? I thought, worst comes to worst.
No.
I'm going to put you here,
office.
and we're going to do everything.
Oh, yes.
As one of those makeup tutorials, and maybe we will learn something.
This would be cool. We should do that one time.
No, we should do.
It's interesting.
That's not a bad idea.
Because, you know, so much time I had somebody performing the makeup for me, but I didn't know how to do it. So one day, like last year, when I decided that I shouldn't go every day out without any kind of makeup, I bought some makeup items, like foundation. I never had foundation, you know, because I was not using. In my normal life, I was without makeup, and for any TV show or any party or whatever, I was having a professional makeup. So 1 year ago, I bought some products, and I started to make makeup. It's important to know. Yay!
I've learned how to do it while driving in the car.
Really?
I have to, yes.
You are amazing. You are better than it.
You know, years ago we didn't have it wasn't so prevalent, and when you're running on the I'm coming, I'm not coming. No, just get ready and go. And I've learned how to do it driving in the car. But no, I don't recommend that either. So that was a long time ago. I wouldn't make that mistake again. Let's talk about tips for men on how to dress. What would be your top 2 tips on telling someone when they're going out to buy a jacket, a suit?
If you are not sure, or if you don't have a lot of information, or if you are not a person with a great taste, pick something simple, plain. You need a few items in your wardrobe. A dark suit, navy or black. This could be okay for daytime, but also for the evening. A nice white shirt for cufflinks, and then a pair of jeans, which you can wear with a roll neck, or you can also...
Sorry, I love that look. And I've talked about it. I think it's, I don't know if it's me. I love the pants with the turtleneck, I guess you call it roll neck, and the blazer.
Yes.
I just think it's so sharp and so smart at any age. Looks good on
amazing.
Everybody.
And you know,
every man looks good.
I have these turtlenecks with silk.
Yeah.
It's 50% silk and 50% virgin wool, merino wool, very fine, very nice. It's amazing on the skin, and it's actually really thin. So you can also wear it in the evening with a black suit, for instance, a black roll neck, which is silky and fine. It looks amazing.
I love that.
For those ones that, you know, they want to be cool, they want to be different, but still be elegant, they can pick this kind of outfit rather than one very colorful with, you know, it's a fashion now in Romania. They love wearing a lot of colors and check and a lot of accessories. And I'm trying to explain to all of my customers that, yeah, could be cool, but could be also of a bad taste. It depends if you can pick the items, wear them at the right moment, make them look good on you, because everybody is different. When you just copy a photo from Instagram, it doesn't mean that it's going to look good on you.
Okay, this I have to agree with you, 100%. I'll have somebody wear the suit and they go, I want the same suit as him. But, sweetheart, it's not going to look the same on you as it looks on them, number one. Number two, there's a very fine line between, you know, the good taste and just on the edge. And somebody has to be careful. And sometimes men need direction.
Exactly.
And right now, I'm not going to get into women need direction because we're talking about men's stuff. How do you respond when people say, a woman dressing a man? Do you ever sense that there's some kind of reticence when they do that? Or, because sometimes you hear, well, I feel much better to be dressed by a man than a woman. And I'm wondering if you had any of that.
No, I never had that. But in the beginning of my career, it used to be a situation with the partners of the man coming to get dressed, like the wife of or the girlfriend, because sometimes they were feeling like, okay, who is she to tell to my man how to dress? I want him to dress green. You know, and if I was saying, no, you see, green is not the proper color because it doesn't match to his skin, and, you know, exactly. Yeah. So I had problems with that, but with experience it passed, because I now know how to talk to them, and I first talk to the lady and then to the man, because it's important. Sometimes they might feel that they are, I don't know, you take their place, or you try to interfere too much, so that is why you have to be very careful.
You have to be very careful.
But otherwise, with the men, I never had a problem, and you know, I'm very honest with them. I tell them, you know, you have a bit of a belly, so we shouldn't wear, or, you know, you are not very tall, that is why we shouldn't wear this or
shorter.
That. So they
general rules.
You know, so
shorter men
like,
should wear
okay.
shorter jackets, not longer jackets. It makes you look short.
Not longer jackets, because make you look short, and also they should avoid wearing different color, a very big contrast between trousers and the jacket, because would make them look
emphasize
exactly
for the height.
Exactly.
You know, for me, how I deal with that. That's why I usually have a man and a woman in the store at the same time, because you can tell sometimes. I'm sure you can feel it when you have the experience that we have. You can actually feel when somebody comes in. There are some women that are very open. They're like, this, because you're the professional. You do this every day, you dress them. But there are the women that don't like it. So when you smell that, you send one of the men over, and they're much happier that the man is looking, you know, is looking after her husband. And there are other women that are like, it's fine, you know better, because that's your field, and you can go ahead.
Yeah,
it's very delicate. And,
it is.
But because we are used to it and we've been around it, most people probably don't even realize that's an issue.
It is. It is.
And it can be an issue. But ladies and gentlemen, it can be an issue, I can tell you. And she's absolutely right. They just get this little like, And I don't want anyone to feel uncomfortable. So then I will send over one of the guys and say, here, why don't you take care of this client if I happen to be in the store? And that way they're comfortable, I'm comfortable. He's happy, she's happy.
Yeah, I think it's very important that, you know, you make them feel comfortable first before starting to work. Like you have a small chat before, or, you know, you feel them that they are not in tension anymore. They're not fighting, you know.
We want them to have a lovely experience.
Exactly.
We want them, I always have this theory. If you go out and you don't look good, you don't make me look good.
For sure.
And I will say, no, I'm sorry, but I think that this is the wrong jacket for your build, you know, because I don't want to be insulting. I want to say, look, you know, it's actually not the right jacket. Let me suggest something else. And then they'll put on it and say, oh, and I'll say, let's say the guy has blue eyes. I would prefer to put him in a lighter blue jacket as opposed to maybe a gray one. Gray, you have to be careful because it can take the color off of the skin.
Exactly.
Especially for the older men, which I see older men doing this all the time.
Wearing gray, which is
and it makes
wrong.
me crazy, and I want to tell them, don't do it because you just make yourself look older. Try to go for other colors and something maybe with a bit of color, especially if you have lighter color eyes, or if you have, you know, hazel color eyes, wear a lovely tan jacket.
Yes, it's very important to take care how you choose your outfit. I mean, they sometimes come with the photos and they say, look, I've seen this one on your Instagram and I'd like to have the same. And you're looking, it's a tobacco color of jacket, for instance. It's really beautiful, really stylish, but it doesn't match to any skin. So,
it's not complimentary.
Exactly. So you have to explain to them that. But what I do is I let them try it and then I say, but I suggest you should try this one, and then this would be better, and then they see it. It's the best way.
They have to see it because sometimes you can try and explain, but you can't until somebody will look at it and you'll say, and I'll say, I think this color is much more flattering for you.
Exactly.
And for your complexion. And then they look and then they realize, because they don't do it on a daily, weekly, monthly, yearly basis.
Yes,
they'll go in, and again, I want them to look good. I want them to feel good because
that's what we do. Actually,
it's good business for us. It's promotion. Oh, that's a great suit. Where did you get it? You know, I got it from Dina. I got it from Seroussi. I got it from, you know, somewhere. Because if they don't make it look good, I don't look good. And another thing I always tell them, and people look at me funny when I say this, but I'm sure you will understand this. You have to wear the clothes, not they wear you. And people don't get it.
Oh, yes.
Elaborate and explain.
It's so important that you pick things that go along with your attitude, with your, you know, if you are a funny person, if you are moving a lot, if you are talking a lot, you could dress something more colorful or more interesting. But if you are a shy person and then you just sit down and you don't like to be visible, but you dress with something very strong, with a vivid color, it's not going to make you feel good, first of all, you know. And I'm explaining that to people. It's really important. The attitude is important. The way you wear something, it's important. And if you decided to wear this outfit, then
wear it.
Then wear it. Yeah. Then just
like a wallflower cannot come into a party with this color because it's all blue. It's eye-catching. You know,
yes.
You cannot. Listen, I don't know if you know the story. When they had, you've been to my house.
Yes.
I have a big, huge thing there of me dressed as the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
And when I went in and I said to my dad, I'm going to dress as the Statue of Liberty for this party at Halloween in the palace. And he says, you're going to do what? I said, I'm going to make the Statue of Liberty costume. And we did.
Yes.
Now, I walked in and like 700 people, Adina went, and they just froze, and everybody went a little bit crazy. But you see, you have to be able to carry the costume. I can't walk in and think I'm going to stay in a corner with a crown like this and with the torch and all of that. I just stood there like this, said, right, okay. And they said, would you like to be in the contest? I said, of course. And then I won the contest. So I told
of course you did.
Of course, my father, I said,
the Statue of Liberty.
So they were like, how did you think of that? I said, I don't know, it came to me, and I said, I'll make the costume. In like 4 days, we did it, and we went. The next year, they said, what are you going to wear? The next year, I was in the hospital giving birth. I said, leave me alone.
You know that once I went to an event like that, looking like a black football player. So I was, you know, first of all a man, then color.
Okay, you know that that's frowned upon nowadays.
That's what?
Frowned upon. There's a big backlash in America.
Yes.
On that, yeah. They're pulling out the pictures. Even Trudeau now had problems with his election.
Oh, okay.
Because of the blackface.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
I didn't know.
I'm telling you now.
But yeah, that was really cool. It was really cool. I was like, I don't remember his name. Oh yeah, Keita. I asked, I was friend with the president of Galatasaray. He was playing for Galatasaray. I called him and I was like, I'm going to wear, and he was like, and are you going to paint your skin black? Yes. I'm sending you the costumes, the original one with signature in this case. So I did, and
if I have any friends in America watching, I'm sure we're going to hear about this.
And the photo they published in the Galatasaray magazine. I was the best copy of Keita. So yeah.
So you just
with the
as a
hair
man also? I
and
think that's
with the crazy
I have never thought about doing
with the
that,
wig, with the wig and all. It took me 4 days to wash the makeup from my skin. With the, you know, I washed every day. I stayed in the past and it didn't go. Yeah, but it was cool. It was nice. Nobody recognized me. It was so funny.
I'm sure they didn't. How could they recognize you?
First of all, and they were like, "Who is this one? Who is this one?" The only one that recognized me, it was a lot of music there, and there was Viorica from Crejani. And she heard my voice and she said, Adina, it's you. It's because of her, you know, very good year. But otherwise,
I can't even imagine that. I mean,
yeah,
how did you even think of that?
I don't even remember. But it was, the funny thing was that it was really difficult to get the costume and then to make the skin, you know. It took me a long time. It was the most difficult makeup ever. But what was cool about it, I didn't need any other makeup, just the color. Because then you don't need anything, you know, with the green eyes and dark skin was looking amazing anyway. So I loved it. I was thinking to do this like on weekly basis. One evening do it and then 4 wash it off, you know.
Oh, I can't even imagine doing that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that was something I
so
didn't know.
that's why we're friends.
Yes,
we're
no, I
friends
wonder, I'm
because
getting, you know.
That's why we're friends, because we do this kind of crazy things.
They're like, how did you come up with that? And I said, I don't know, but it just, and I have to tell you what they wrote in the newspaper here, and I still remember, and I sent a copy of it to the American Embassy, that Doamna Seroussi a purtat cu mult demnitate, which means it was worn with much dignity, and I really,
Nice.
Listen, I'm, you know, the Statue of Liberty, I'm representing America, I will go in and I'm like this, and the outfit was absolutely super. And then somebody had brought to my bar, I got a call from my secretary, she says, there's this like picture that came. I said, okay. She says, it's really big. I'm like, okay, but how? She's like the size of a door. I'm like, oh my God, that's huge. Did you take the guy's number? No. I'm like, well, how am I going to call him and say thank you? I met him years later. And I said, I recognize the name. And then I realized it was the name that was on the bottom of the thing, which has been hanging in my terraza for years, because it's the only wall that's big enough
to carry the Statue of Liberty.
Well, it's huge, so I have to be able to put it there. I had to put like wood on the top and wood on the bottom and find a place. It's really that big. And everybody who's walked in. So I had one time, one of the ambassadors, the American ambassadors, Jim Gray, he came in and he saw it. So he takes his beer and he goes and stands like that. And I said, this is going to be the pose that everyone does. They go stand in front of the picture, usually the Americans, and stand like this. It's very cute.
Nice.
Yeah, so we do things like this because, number one, we're not shy, neither one of us, which is why we...
Or maybe we are very shy and we try to, you know, not to show it, to cover it.
Okay, I don't have that problem. I don't think I've ever had that problem. It depends on the situation, to be honest. If I go in somewhere I don't know people well, I like to sit and I like to watch, and then I might get, you know, more, when I get more relaxed, I start to chat. But I love being around people, and that's, you know, always been my thing. I'm not so crazy now. The older I get, though, I have to tell you something very funny. Big crowds scare me. I used to go to the concerts when I was younger, and I could do like, you know, 10,000, 12,000 people, 15,000. Adina, now, I swear to you, I see a whole bunch of people, I want to run the other direction.
Yeah, I was never a fan of these kind of big concerts. I mean, I like to go to Scala or to like smaller ones and more elegant, but I'm not really a fan of the stadium concerts. I never have been.
Okay, I grew up in Montreal.
Yeah.
We had the Forum.
Yeah.
We had, I think I've seen most of the artists in a few times. Then I lived in LA. We had the Coliseum, you had the Greek Theater, and then I lived in London, where you have Wembley, you have the arena, and you have... I've grown up actually going to the big concerts with everybody, you know? And, which I could do then, but funnily enough now, I don't think I'm in the same headspace, and I just find it very... So many people breathing on me and pushing on me, I just don't find... It's not fun anymore.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So I like that you do the exclusive ones. That's very nice. What do you wear when you go to one of these exclusive things? What do you wear?
What do I wear? Generally, I don't think too much about what I wear. Also, you know, people ask me, like, for any event, how long did it take you to decide what to wear? If I tell them 5 minutes, I think they would laugh, right? So what do I wear? I always wear comfortable things. Even if I'm wearing a gown, it has to be one that I can wear it in comfort. I don't like things that make me feel bad or uncomfortable. I prefer the dresses that they don't need much under, or, you know, like the dresses that you just put on, you smile and you are okay. So I don't like the things with 5 layers, 10 layers. You put this on the top, you take this off, you take this.
Too complicated.
Exactly. Because you know what? I travel a lot. I need things to get with me. Also, when I'm here, I'm leaving in the morning 6 o'clock. I go to sports, then to the office, then from the office I'm leaving to the events. So I always carry outfits with me. I can't go like this to the office. People would laugh. When I am shopping mall, they will. Yeah, when I enter to my store, they'll be like, "Okay, she's crazy." So this crazy would tell me how to dress? No. So I have to carry clothes with me every day. So I need comfortable things, easy to wear, easy to match.
And wrinkle-free.
And wrinkle-free for
I've
sure.
learned to put in my suitcase only things that I know if I go like this.
Yes.
I couldn't. Who has time and who's running around
Can
meeting
I
to
give you
meeting?
some tips
Of
regarding
course.
that? When you reach to the hotel and you know you
Yes.
have some outfits that might get wrinkled,
Why don't I?
you hang them in the
In the
bathroom,
shower and put on the steam.
put on the steam, leave it there for an hour, whatever, then get them, it's very important you get them out of the bathroom and you let them dry for an hour or two. Otherwise they would get wrinkled again. So it's no. But that's the solution. I don't like to iron. I mean, you can understand.
I haven't ironed in
hate-
20 years and I don't plan on starting now.
Can I tell you that I have never ironed?
You've never ever ironed?
Never ever.
Do you know what it looks like?
No. I don't, I mean, I saw an iron in my house, but I never, it was so funny years.
Are you serious?
Very serious.
You're pulling my leg now.
No, I'm very serious, I swear. I know how you should do it because I see people
You are
doing
in
it
the
and I
business
tell
and you
them
don't
do
know.
that
Okay,
and
I know
that.
how to iron, but I haven't done it because I prefer not to. But you have not ever ironed in the store. They never made you print nothing.
No.
You're coming to my store
One
tomorrow.
time, I will tell you
I'm going to
something.
teach you how.
He will kill me maybe, but years ago, Lucian Bute, the box champion, he was going to an event on Sunday, and he called me that he doesn't have a shirt. You know, he's living in Canada, so he was here. He didn't have a shirt. Help me, I don't have a shirt. I have to buy a shirt. The store was closed at the time. There was just Victoria, so not in Vanessa. There was not Vanessa shop. So I went for him to the store. I opened the store. We got a shirt. I gave him the right size and everything. So of course it was, you know, packed. So it needed a bit of ironing.
It needs a lot of ironing.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. A lot of notes. And I went like, okay, there is an ironing table there. There is the iron there, and go on and do it. And he was like, are you serious? Yeah, I am. I never ironed. I don't want to start now for you. He was like, okay, I will do it. So
And he
you
did
see
it?
him. Yes, of course, you see him, you know, like the world champion in box, yes, in
And
my
you put it
store.
there?
I didn't
Alright,
put him. He
hopefully-
needed the shirt. He didn't
Hopefully
iron
he'll
for
never
me.
see this and never hear about it because he might be a little cross about this story.
No, I don't think so. He will smile because it's true. And actually, I didn't put him do it. He didn't iron the shirt for me. He ironed it for himself. I mean, I just saved him. I went on a Sunday to open the store for him to get the
you did him a
shirt.
big favor.
Exactly.
Thank you
but
very
I
much.
told him I don't want to burn the shirt or do anything wrong. So go on.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a little secret now.
Okay.
All right, so when I was married the first time, and I was supposed to be doing the ironing, I said, okay, this is not happening because I don't like ironing in general, hate it. So I will admit it now that I actually took one of David's shirts and accidentally left the iron a little too long, and it made a big thing. And he said, oh my God, I said, oh my God, look what happened to your shirt. He's like, okay, that's it. Don't touch my shirts anymore. You're not ironing. And
Can
was
I
like,
tell you the truth? Can I tell you something? So
now
did I.
the truth comes out 30 years later.
So did I.
Oh, you did?
Yes, so did I.
And you know
Once
what?
in my
I want
life.
to tell you something. We're probably not the only people, except that I'm honest about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure there are a lot of women that might have done that. Okay.
No, I told him years later.
I've never told him. This is
I
not the
don't.
first time anyone found out.
So did I with the cooking. The
Yeah?
same
Oh,
thing.
you did the same thing with cooking?
Yeah, exactly. It was once in a
Worse than me.
lifetime.
Okay, you're worse than me.
No, but at least
What, you
I
burn
said-
every meal?
No, I just made a rubbish meal and then that was it. I said, I just want you to cook for you to make a surprise. And then he was like, don't worry, don't ever surprise me.
I'm afraid that's what you cooked.
I don't.
Oh, you don't remember. Whatever it was
It was horrible. It was so
Inedible.
bad that he never.
inedible. No, please don't surprise me again. We'll go out for dinner.
But you know, that's Sarah's joke too. She's like, okay, don't worry, mommy, don't touch anything. You know, it's like, because Sarah is cooking great, actually.
Oh, really?
So yeah, and
Well,
she's
that
cooking
wasn't
from-
something she got from you, okay.
For sure not.
So how did she learn to-
luckily, she had her father to take some things
did
from
she?
him.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good cook,
Oh,
a great cook actually.
Okay, nice.
He's also organized, unlike me, because I'm not an organized person. I
So
couldn't
you're not
be,
ironing, you're not cooking, and then?
and then I'm not organized, which is really bad. But I couldn't have been so creative
If you were busy cooking and ironing, you're absolutely
and
right.
if
You
I was
wouldn't have time.
organized, you know, an organized person
Yes.
is just can't be that creative and
I
a
beg to
dreamer.
differ. I'm
and-
very organized, but I'm also very creative when I have to be. But then if I
When
spend
you
my
have
time
to be.
cooking and ironing, I will get nothing done. So
Yeah.
I get it done because I work at a different speed to most people. Because I have to. I want to finish so much more
Yeah, exactly.
in the short time frame that I have.
Exactly.
So any other
No
secrets you want to share?
No. These are my black points. You know,
No, they're not black.
they're just dark.
Let's talk about okay, so I don't consider them weak points. Let's talk about your stronger points. You are very creative.
Thank you.
Okay, this is what we have to focus on.
For sure.
You know, the other day we had the conversation about the glass is half empty or half full.
It's always half full. Even
I
if
read
it's
something, and
this-
you know what they said? I'm happy I have a glass, and I thought, oh, that's brilliant.
It's true.
Because you know what? I'm happy I have a glass.
It's true.
And I was like, that's the first stage that we should say, thank God I have a glass. And then I have water, and I'm even luckier.
I tell you something. I can learn to do anything. I can do actually anything. Also, I cooked once. I was in a TV show, and it was so funny for everybody that knows me because they couldn't imagine that I actually went to the market, bought everything and the good stuff, and I even made homemade ice cream. Homemade ice cream, which is really difficult for somebody who never cooked before. So the meal was excellent, and everybody was wondering, how the hell did you do it? Did you get any help? It was a lie or something? You acted like cooking, and I was, no, I actually cooked. So you can do anything if you want to, but I think that we have to set our priorities, and I think we have to choose what we can do best and use all our gifts to achieve great things, and then the rest of them, leave them to people who do them best. Because there are people that iron perfectly. There are people that cook great, or I don't know. So yeah, for instance, in our family, Sarah is cooking great, I don't.
And on that note, which I agree with you, we only have so much time. Use it properly.
Exactly.
Use it wisely, people. I would like to say thank you very much to my guest, Adina Buzatu, for joining us.
Thank you for inviting me.
And for sharing.
Always a pleasure to see you.
It was lovely to see you too, and we will catch up next time. Thank you very much, and good night.